What's up, family and friends? I want to share something. I want to share something quickly. See, I just noticed this now. This is like when some people said, what God joined together, let no one put asunder. So I was out here and I noticed this, and I want to use it as an example. If you check these trees by this fence or barbed wire, as some may call it, so you find out the trees, some of them like this one. So this one also have this, like this fence went through it. So let's say it started like going inside it like this. Then from there, it began to grow bigger, and become one with the fence. But that's not how nature made it to be. That's not how it's supposed to be. The tree is supposed to be by itself and the fence by itself. Some people, their life is exactly like this. And if you notice, the trees that have this wire gone into them, they are not like the ones that grow separately. The one that grows separately, you see, look better, and you know, you can create shade and all that. But see this one, like see this one now, no life, but it can still grow. Maybe when the rainy season get deep into, when the rain gets deep into the ground, maybe it can still grow like this one, because this one had that problem. But if you notice, this one and this one supposed to be growing equally, but you see this one is bigger than it because this one grew by itself, nothing stopped it. But this one, see, as I showed you before, this thing hindered it. It hindered its progress, its natural progress, the way it's supposed to naturally grow and be like this one, but it's not like that. And that's how some people are, especially in religious setting. You know, they have grown big. They were trained in that falsehood, in that life. That problem is God's will for them. You know, whatever, if God don't allow it, they will not have it. So they grow up with it, and they mess up their life, but they see it as God's will. So they're growing up with it like this. And they think it's one devil that is bothering them, or one demon, or one elder in their village that is their problem. No, it's that mentality, your parents, your guidance, the society, the people, they grew you up in it. You grew up with it, and you think that's normal way of life. It's not. So you and your problem are like what God has joined together, and you're celebrating it as God's will, you're living it as God's will. That's how it's supposed to be. So if anyone coming, for example, coming to separate this with this, you know, the people who are like this tree, they'll be fighting with you, say, no, leave us, it's God's will. That's how God made it, that's how it's supposed to be. You are not God. Who are you to separate it? What God has joined together, let no man put asunder. God has given me grace to bear it. God has given me the strength to bear it. Bullshit. So this is exactly how our lives are. People who are growing naturally and people who are not. People who their life have been messed up with childhood indoctrination, brainwashing, you know, societal influence. People, there are people, I mean, there are people, we say they are the Osochiebu. People that kills with God, you know, people that tell you, oh, the way you look is not good. You're adding weight, you are this, you are that. So you have to start going to gym and all that bullshit. Natural things you're supposed to do, just live your life. Don't grow into what your parents, the lies and the deception that your parents, the society, you know, raised you up in. Now you are grown. All that matters in your life is your brain. All you need is your brain. With your brain, you can live well again. You can live well like these trees that grow by themselves, not like this one. You see the hindrance. Okay, see this one that is still in there now? It's not yet like grown bigger to outgrow this wire. But you see, if you leave it like this, it will be the same way. But notice, because the wire has not gone into it. You see, it's blooming like the normal trees. But see this one, it will take time for it to do the same thing. So this is like, people, remember, we are using nature. We are using the things happening around us to open our eyes, to see that we are not what our religious parents, our religious society, our political society, the way they want us to be. That we are more than that. We are natural beings. We are not spiritual beings. We are not religious beings. This is like spiritual being. This is like a religious being. But this is a like natural being. Natural being, they grow well, they live well, and their problem can be solved. But you see, these spiritual beings, natural beings, it's hard for their problem to be solved, and you know what to do, right? You have to cut it off so that it can start all over again. And that's what we are doing in the Woke Nation. So wherever you are, have fun. Facebook still blocked me from coming live on my regular profile, so that's why I'm not always on live, doing live this moment, because I don't want to be saving a lot of video in my phone. So, but it's the same thing. You can check all my old videos. It's the same thing. I'm saying the same thing yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and you can apply it in whatever is happening today. Okay, so when they tell you what God has joined together, it's a lie. There's no God that joined anything together. There's no situation in this life, there's no condition in this life that is permanent. You can change that condition. Have fun.